Go get him. There is a storm moving in pretty quickly. It's getting very chilly. We're in the Rockies right now. There's this really beautiful river that kind of winds down through this valley where we are. And yesterday, as we were settling in and kind of exploring, we saw a bunch of really beautiful small brook trout and a pretty decent, I think it was a brown trout. So we're thinking if we kind of pack up and just hit some good spots along the way, there might be some larger trout down that way. But first we gotta get some work done, then we can play. As you guys have seen again and again, my mornings are a really special time for me to go slow, to reflect, to put good things in my body, and one of the things that makes it so wonderful is Athletic Greens. So I want to give a huge thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video. There are a few reasons why I do take Athletic Greens, and one of them is that it's very simple. I like to just drink it with water, which is what I'm doing this morning. It takes up very little space in my van, so basically I have this little tin stacked full of nutrients and it fits perfectly in my cupboard. I don't need a bunch of different bottles of vitamins. This is a lot of nutrients in one scoop. And while we are on the topic of nutrients, there are 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, adaptogens, just in this little scoop that I put in here. And to top it off, this nutrition drink mixes beautifully. There are no clumps in here. I always end up getting a little on my nose. One of the main things that I notice when taking AG1 is my energy throughout the day stays pretty consistent. It also helps support gut health as well as focus and aging and recovery. Along with AG1, each morning I also take their vitamin D dropper, and I take this mostly due to the really wonderful immune supporting benefits. Super easy, it's only 2 drops, which means in this little bottle there are 600 servings. This has lasted me a long time. And lastly, for those of you who have dietary restrictions or preferences, it's important to note that AG1 is gluten-free, sugar-free, nut-free, and dairy-free. There are no GMOs, no artificial flavors, there are no pesticides, and what I really love is that there are no preservatives or sweeteners. It's just solid and delicious. So click my link below to get your own AG1 immunity bundle. It comes with a 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 individual travel packets for free with your purchase. Please enjoy. I wanted to get over there. I just stepped in, it seemed fine, took another big step in, almost lost both of my shoes in this muck. So I think I might just fish this little lake. It's more of like a pond. But this spot just looks so good. I just can't get in there. Oh my gosh, he is tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, he is adorable. There is a storm moving in pretty quickly. It's getting very chilly. Oh, what did you find? I was hoping that it was going to be really warm this evening and that I could really lather up and wash off in the river, but that's not going to happen. So tonight just might be the perfect night to cozy up in the van, eat some good food. That'll be really nice too. I know. We are just getting the dogs fed, kind of getting everything in here that we need. Rain is almost here.
Oh, she's a good girl.
We just wanted to do something really simple and cozy tonight, so I had leftover mac and cheese from a backpacking trip and this really old can of chili. Maybe that'll work.
Or Caesar's I had anchovies.
The storm went away, so we're gonna go back to the river and fish. So the fish are going crazy right now. So here's my setup to try. I've got this guy, dry fly, on top, and then I have this little nymph that'll sink. Oh, it's not very deep here, so I only have it dropped like 9 inches maybe. They don't like any of our dry flies. One hit a nymph. Give her a whirl.
I was old, I was young, I was sitting in the sun. I was tired of the run, I was done. Life was great, life was hard, in a way an awful card. You came when
Wow, no little brookie. He's a little bigger than the other one. Akela, you gotta leave the fish.
But the rain
He's beautiful.
falling, and the line on the floor was crossed, and the pain I've been feeling.
He is just beautiful. No fish. You are getting all the damn fish. Heck. Worried about the rainbow. Is that a video?
Perhaps it is, as it is, how the world is the mess, means that every heart and soul needs to be whole. And the road signs
there,
keep
Akela.
changing as the road stretches out ahead. And the mood keeps on changing. All I wanna do is lie
Look at this
down.
filthy puppy. We've got one last morning of fishing before we have to head back into Denver. And I'm gonna catch a fish today.
I'm gonna catch multiple fish today.
They've made it very obvious that they didn't like my fly and nymph setup. Going with something blonde and leggy. Who doesn't like a leggy blonde? Oh my gosh, he is so beautiful. Wow, he's so beautiful. Akela, I gotta let him go. Here's my first trout. There you go, bud. What do you think, Akela? Are you proud of your mama? Huh? Are you proud of your mama? He's the biggest one we've gotten so far. Oh, got another one. Akela, come here. Well, the four of us are now in Wyoming. I am outside in this beautiful area doing a little bit of yoga. Chris slept in a little bit. It's been a fun few days because on our way up here, the bus did have some more issues. But the really cool part about all of this is that once Chris got the bus in the shop and we decided just to head into higher elevation regardless, I had been looking at my maps and noticed that we were only about an hour away from a really beautiful wilderness area that my family had backpacked like 10 years ago. And that trip was the first trip that I ever saw a moose, and my dad was still living at that time, and I had not returned to that area since we had done that as a family. And so I was really excited when I saw that we were so close. So here we are, kind of just barely in the National Forest wilderness area, but the goal is to head into town today and visit a fly shop in town and get a little bit more information about fishing up in the alpine lakes, and ideally, while the bus is getting looked at and figured out, we'll head into the backcountry for a few days of complete solitude and fly fishing and alpine lakes, and hopefully a lot of cool wildlife too. What do you have? Akela, what the heck, girl? No, where did you find me? It seems like everywhere we go, Akela has been finding these old ratty tennis balls, and if you know her history with eating tennis balls, she gets really excited about them, but she can't have them. Anyway, Chris and I have some things to figure out with plans moving forward, and some really exciting backcountry stuff. So, yeah, I guess Akela and I will just see you guys next week.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.